There's a power line that is completely demolished. This is about 5 miles north of where I live. There's another one right there. I don't know how well you can see all this. I got some down over there. And this line's just streaming down. There's cops everywhere, so I gotta go. This is right over by where I work. I don't know if y'all saw this on the news or not, but coming up is the area where there's like a 6-foot flood or a 5-foot flood, and cars were all getting stuck. I don't know if I can get through yet or not. It's gonna be right under this bridge up ahead. Might actually still be cars stuck up in here. Yep. There they are.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to turn around. I'm not going through that. That's pretty wild. I could have gone through that. So that's about a block south of where I work. I was gonna see if my job is still there. There you can see people going through it. I got cars behind me. I'm trying to videotape for y'all. Actually, I'm gonna fucking pull back over here to watch this shit a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Yeah. Let's hope I don't get arrested just for being a fucking bystander. Man, that is nuts. Let's see here. Dang. Think a person's never seen standing water before. See this truck go through it here. That, I guess, was up to about 5 foot, 6 foot. People were trying to drive through it, and as you can tell, you know, that van's stuck there. You got some more vehicles right around this corner stuck here. I mean, it's just amazing. Let's see, this is about a block east of where I live, and probably a good reason why our electricity is out. I don't know if you can see down here, but there's more power lines down over there. Pretty wild. The electricity's out almost everywhere besides Walmart there and Lowe's and everything you can basically see around. I mean, but this Wendy's doesn't have any electricity or any of that stuff. Alright, I'm gonna go closer to Yukon. I decided to bring you over here into Moore, Oklahoma. It's about 15 miles east of where I live, and just show you what happened on May 20th. I'm just going to show you from the highway because it's still pretty much closed down. It's hard to get into. There's a little bit of damage right there, but you're about to see some extensive damage here in just a minute. It's on both sides of the highway, obviously, because the tornado went right over one of the busiest highways in Oklahoma. Big theater down here that about got hit. Really didn't, but there's a hospital you're gonna see. And they actually got hit again yesterday, but here it comes. right through the center of Moore, so I know y'all have heard the story, but I thought I'd give you my point of view on it. So there it is. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take you on the other side of the highway. This is going back north. I was going to try to drive through Moore, but it's all pretty much locked down still. I can't get any good shots that way. Now this is the neighborhood. This is just some of the houses. I mean, these people lost basically everything they had. And this is just a small portion of it. Try to slow down a little bit. Well, there were cars stacked. There's some smashed cars right there. That's just unreal. Sign looks like it got tore up, the billboard. I mean, this was just so widespread. We had no idea where to go. We had started in Mustang, Oklahoma, and about 6 o'clock, the tornado that hit El Reno said it was going to be coming straight for us in Mustang. And they said it was a mile wide, so we packed up, drove about 10 miles south, and we thought we were fine, and then all of a sudden the wind started changing, and we started noticing that the winds were being sucked in to tornadoes, or to where the tornado area was. Next thing we knew, the tornadoes were building right above us, so we had to go about 30 more miles south to a town called Chickasha, and it was gridlocked the entire way. I'm talking right from the time I pulled out of where I live to all the way to Chickasha. I mean, it was just stop and go. That's like a 40-mile area. It was a mass evacuation. You're kind of freaking out because all you've got is the radio to tell you that there's like tornadoes everywhere, and you don't know, you can't get anywhere. Cars were just blowing through stoplights. It was just unreal. So we get to Chickasha and we think we're fine. We sit there for about an hour. Next thing you know, fucking storm's building up above us. I mean, we had nowhere to go. And have no idea if our house was still standing. We're hearing there's flooding and everything going on in Mustang and Tuttle and Oklahoma City. And so yeah, we were running from the storm until about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and this all started about 6 o'clock. It was pretty intense. It was the most intense storm I'd ever lived through, where I felt like I was in danger. And I've lived through the May 3rd tornado down here in Oklahoma. You know, last week, obviously, I lived through all that. But this was, I mean, just mass chaos. I'd never seen anything like it. It was unreal. But it's 8 o'clock in the morning the next day now. Because by the time I got home, I had no idea what kind of damage there was. I still don't know because all my electricity is out at my house, and the cable's out. All I've got is a little battery-powered radio to go by, and then cell phones. Oh, and we already passed that building. I think there's a building up here last week. In fact, the roof collapsed on it. I might have already passed it. Oh, it's right here. Roof collapsed just from the range right there. Well, it looks like power has not returned to Mustang just yet. So might have to wait a little bit to upload this. Could be days, could be hours. Hopefully it's hours more than days. because of all of our power outages. I mean, they're just snapped in half over there. You can see that one just hanging. You know, and there's so much damage, you don't see anyone working on it because all the electricians and stuff are just spread so thin throughout the entire city. Who knows how long it's going to take for us to get someone out here to fix this stuff. And that, even when they do get out here, it's going to take, I would have to think, a couple days to, at least, if not a week, just to fix all this stuff. Actually getting back up to the area I showed you earlier. I got out and kind of showed you the power lines down earlier in this area.
Your concert connection with Theory of a Dead Man.
Shit, check that chick out. Big old titties.
Win tickets now at 90.7
Man, that thing's just fucked up. Seeing this road right here, this is one of the main roads that leads out of my town, and it was just gridlocked. This entire area, there was nothing but cars, and you know, there's no police here to be able to direct traffic because it's just a mass evacuation. My town has probably 25 to 30,000 people in it. You know, it's one of the biggest districts in Oklahoma. Like, we have, I think it's a 6A school, which is as big as you can get. Well, what the fuck is going on here? I guess I can go now. And you gotta think, we've got Mustang here, and then Yukon is about 5 miles north of us, which is just as big. And then you have all of Oklahoma City, which is about 10 miles east of us. Everyone trying to get down 2 highways going south. That's got to be 150,000 people and that live in that area. And then there's got to be about 100,000 people trying to get down those roads. The people that didn't evacuate, I hope you're safe. Alright, this is just right outside my house. I don't know if a tornado actually went through here. There were reports that they had gone through here. This is actually around the area that I live. I live in these. You notice there's a chimney down up there on top of that apartment building. And I live in those apartment buildings right over there. There's that one. It's leaned over, and I live in those right in front of us. So it's pretty damn close, I'd have to say. I'd like to know what these apartments actually saw yesterday, but that'd have been risking my life, and I don't think it was really worth it. And that's going to be about the extent of the damage around where I live right here. I'm sure this whole area flooded. This always floods. There's a big creek over here in this area. I'm sure it was all just massive. That was my story. I hope y'all